Hello, this is Dr. Kilgore from Dr. Kilgore's World with a flipped math learning video about classifying solids. Make sure that your notes are out in front of you and you are writing down the key information so you can refer back to them later in your learning. So your learning goal today is I can classify a 3D shape based on their properties. So let's look at some vocabulary related to classifying solids. So a three-dimensional shape is a solid that takes up space. I've put some images of different three-dimensional shapes on this slide that we will talk about as we go through this video. So again, a three-dimensional shape is a solid that takes up space. Okay, so we start looking at these solids with a vocabulary review of the parts of a solid. So a face would be like this top piece up here. It is a flat polygon-shaped surface. So we have a face here, a face on each edge, a face on the bottom, and a face on both sides. Those are faces, flat, polygon-shaped surfaces on a solid. Solids also have edges. The edges are these line segments along where the faces meet. So the faces come together, like this top face and the side face come together and meet along this space called an edge. Again, make sure that this vocabulary is written in your notes as well as the labeled example. Solids also have what is called a vertex, or multiple vertex are called vertices. These are points where the edges meet together. Vertices. And then we branch into the names of our solids. You've heard about cubes forever. In a cube, all of the faces of this solid are squares. Our next solid is a prism. A prism is a solid with two parallel bases that are the same size and shape, and the faces that are parallelograms. So you can see we've got a triangular prism, a rectangular prism. A cube would technically be a prism. We have a pentagonal prism where it has 5 edges, and a hexagonal prism that would have 6 edges. Our next type of solid would be a cylinder. A cylinder is a solid with 2 circular bases on the top and the bottom that are parallel and the same size and shape. We then have a cone. A cone is a solid with a circular base, and when you come to the cone part, this circle is joined to one point bases. Our next solid is a pyramid. A pyramid is a solid with one base that is a polygon and whose other faces are triangles with a common vertex. So you can see that we have several different types of pyramids pictured below. So that is it for our vocabulary review of solids. Definitely make sure that you have the images in your notes so that will refresh your brain on what each looks like. and be able to identify those solids and give them their proper name.